everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this cute little cow that I made for my farm blanket. I have the materials list as well as the written pattern down below. So to start, we are going to make a magic ring. Chain up 2. And then we are going to make 10 half double crochets into this magic ring. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're going to grab the little tail end and pull that tight. And we are going to join to the first half double crochet. So that chain 2 in the beginning won't count as a stitch. So now we have a small circle for round 2. We're going to chain up 2. And we are going to make 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So what we're doing is increasing in each stitch around so we can make the circle larger. So just 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that up off camera, and then I'll meet you back here at the end of round 2. Once we're at the end of round 2, join to the first half double crochet. Again, those chain 2 in the beginning will not count as a stitch. For round 3, chain up 2, and we are going to increase every other stitch. So in your first stitch there, make 2 half double crochets. And the next stitch, make 1 half double crochet, and that is going to be the pattern that we are going to repeat all the way around. So 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, which is an increase, and then 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. So I am just going to repeat that all the way around. 2 half double crochets in one stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. I'm going to finish this up off camera, and then I will meet you back here at the end of round 3. Okay, here we are at the end of round 3. Go ahead and join to the first half double crochet. And then for round 4, this will be our last round for the head. So chain up 1, and then we are going to make single crochets into the next 10 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can pause here if you need to catch up. In the next stitch, we are going to make 2 half double crochets. So 1 and 2 half double crochets all into that same stitch. And now we are going to do double crochets in the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then another double crochet into the next stitch. In the next stitch, we are going to make two double crochets. One double crochet and two double crochet, all into that same stitch. Okay, and next we are going to do a double crochet in the next two stitches. So one double crochet in the next stitch, and then one double crochet into the next stitch. And we're going to repeat that increase, double crochet, two more times. So increase, double crochet, 1, 2 in the same stitch is one increase, and then double crochet in the next, and double crochet in the next. So we repeated that pattern one time, so we want to do that one more time. Increase, 2 double crochets in one stitch, and then double crochet in the next, and double crochet in the next. In the next stitch, we're going to make 2 half double crochets, 1, 2 half double crochets all into that same stitch, and you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches left. And we're going to make single crochets to finish off this round. If you miscounted somewhere and you don't get exactly 7, honestly, it's not that big of a deal, as long as it's not like way off. You'll just want to single crochet into the remaining stitches, and then join to the first half double crochet, and then go ahead and fasten off. Next, we are going to make the ears and the horns. We're going to need white, black, and a little bit of yellow. So I'm going to start with the white ear. So right here where we join, you're going to want to count 5 spaces or 5 stitches to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then attach your yarn there. Chain up 1, and then we are going to make single crochets into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, turn your work, and now we have 3 stitches here. We are going to decrease along this row. So we're going to single crochet 3 together. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the second stitch, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the third stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on the hook, pull through all of them, and then fasten off. And that completes the right ear. Okay, next we're going to work on the left ear. So I'm going to use black for that one. And to make the second ear, we want 3 spaces to the left of where round 4 ended. So here is where it ended. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then join our black yarn there. Chain 1, and we're going to make this ear the same as this one, so single crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, turn your work, and then single crochet 3 together. So insert your hook, pull up a loop in the first, insert your hook, pull up a loop in the second, insert your hook into the third, pull up a loop, and then you should have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4, and then go ahead and fasten off because that finishes the ear. So next we are going to do the horns. So we're going to want a little bit of yellow for that. And for the horns, we're going to start with the right horn. So we are going to attach this 1 stitch next to the ear. So here's the ear. It ends in that stitch. We're going to go to the stitch here to the left of it and join our yellow. Chain up 1. Make a single crochet into that same space where you attached the yarn. Chain up 1, turn your work. We should have 1 stitch there, and we're going to single crochet into that 1 stitch, and then we're going to fasten off. So there's 1 horn. We're going to do the same one for this horn here on the left. So here's our ear, and then we're going to attach the yellow right next to the ear. So attach our yellow, chain 1, single crochet into that same space where we attached the yarn, chain 1, turn your work, and single crochet into that 1 and only stitch we have there and fasten off. So here the main portion of the head is finished. We are going to work on the snout next. So I am going to grab some pink yarn and then we will work on the snout. For the snout, we are going to start with a magic ring, chain up 2, and we are going to make 5 half double crochets into the ring. So there's 5. I'm going to take this tail end here and pull it tight to close up the ring. And we are going to chain 2, and we are going to turn our work. In this row, we're going to make 2 half double crochets in each stitch across. So we are going to be increasing on this row. So that first row will have 5, and since we are making 2 in each stitch for row 2, there will be a total of 10. Okay, so chain up 2, turn your work. For this row, we are going to increase in every other row. So the first row, or I'm sorry, the first stitch will be 2 half double crochets. And then the next stitch will be 1 half double crochet, and we are going to repeat that all the way across, 2 half double crochets in 1 stitch, and then 1/2 double crochet into the next stitch. I'm going to finish that up off camera, and then I'll meet you back here for the last row of this snout. Okay, so for row 4, we are going to chain up 1, single crochet into that first stitch, and then in the next stitch we're going to make a 1/2 double crochet. In the next stitch, a double crochet, and then in the next we're going to make 2 double crochets. In the next 2 stitches, we're going to make 1 double crochet each. So 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to repeat that pattern 2 more times. So 2 double crochets in 1 stitch, that will be an increase, and then double crochet in the next stitch, and double crochet in the next stitch. So we repeated that 1 time. We want to repeat that 1 more time. So 2 double crochets in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and then another double crochet in the next stitch. In the next stitch, we're going to do another double crochet. In the next, a 1/2 double crochet. And then we are going to end in that last stitch with a single crochet. And then we're going to fasten off, and then I'm going to grab some black yarn, and then we're going to sew on the nostrils. Okay, so with some black yarn and a tapestry needle, I'm just going to sew on 2 nostrils, basically just 2 vertical lines. And I'm starting in that bottom row there, and then just going up into the next row. And then I'm just going to tie them in the back here. No one's going to see it since we're going to sew the snout onto the head. So I'm just going to tie it tight and then snip them close to the knot. So now that the snout is completed, we want to sew this onto the head of the cow. So we're just going to lay that on top, and then use our needle with the yarn end there, and we are just going to sew it on just using a running stitch. And then I'm just going to do that all the way around the snout. So the last thing we need to crochet is the little black spot. So start with a magic ring, and then we're going to chain up 1. We're going to make 2 single crochets, and this is all going to be in this magic ring, and then a 1/2 double crochet, two double crochets, 2, and then a 1/2 double crochet, and then we're going to end with 2 single crochets. We're going to pull that tail end tight, and we are just going to join to the first single crochet, and then we're just going to fasten off and leave a bit of a tail because we will be sewing this onto the face of the cow. So we're gonna place the spot above the eyes. So I have 6mm safety eyes here with the backings. So I'm gonna put the eyes in first just so I know where the spot will go nicely. So if I put my eyes there and put the spot there, I'm going to move my eyes down just a little bit so it's not in the way of the spot so you can see the eyes clearly. So I just moved them down a bit, and then I'm going to sew the spot onto the face. So this is what the finished cow looks like after the spot is sewn onto the face. I just used a running stitch just like I did for the snout when I sewed it on. So I hope this video was helpful, and thank you so much for watching.